This is Growling Whispers. I am taking a short break from my Aalveir videos because work, frankly, is demanding far too much of my time right now. But instead, I am going to do this. This is a video response to asmrkittens, all about ASMR tag video. And this is going to be a video of firsts for me. This is my first non-scripted video, so prepare yourself for a lot of lengthy pauses. I tend to pause a lot when I'm thinking. Like that, actually. This is also my first tag video. I've seen them before and I really enjoy watching them. This is the first open tag video that I have seen since I started making my own, and I thought it would be fun to do one myself. The last first for this video is that this is my first video with my new pop filter, so hopefully that is getting rid of the very loud popping sounds that sometimes make their way into my other videos where it sounds like I'm trying to eat the microphone. So anyway, getting to it, there are 16 questions in this tag video. The first one, how old were you when you first got tingles? Well, when I first realized that I got tingles, I believe I was about 4, maybe 5, and I had this teddy bear that it made this very interesting noise when you could pet it, and if you pet it one direction it was very smooth, but if you ran your hand against the grain of the fabric it made this little kind of shuffing sound, and I would pet that bear backwards for what felt like hours and hours and hours. So number 2, what's the story behind your first ASMR experience? I think I just told it, so okay. Number 3, do you tell people in person that you have ASMR? No, not generally. It's not the kind of thing that usually comes up, and right now I'm living, I just moved to a new state, new city. 2 months ago. I have no friends here. And the people that I work with, I don't really know that well yet. So it's between that and the fact that I am in a supervisory position, my hobbies don't really come up so much. I've told some of my online friends and family, but that has usually been greeted with confused silence, although there have been a small handful of very supportive friends in that regard. Number 4, what are your 4 favorite triggers? Well, number 1, and these are in no particular order, I really like the personal attention videos. I'm not even going to examine it right now. They work. I like them. I get the tingles. It's nice. Second trigger that I really enjoy. I don't know why, but very soft, low singing or humming, kind of in the background. Very tingly and very comforting, particularly if it sounds like it's coming from the next room. It's such a calming and reassuring feeling that I get from that. Trying to think of some others, and at the moment I am drawing a complete blank. You know what? I'm going to move on, and I will come back to the two remaining favorite triggers when I can remember what they are. So, number 5, do some noises give you anti-ASMR? Do they annoy you or make you cringe, etc.? Yes, definitely. There are several. First, while I can listen to eating videos, they're not my favorite, but I can appreciate them. I can listen to and enjoy them. But the sound of people eating in real life, it makes me cringe. It makes my spine want to pull itself out of my body and run away. Another sound that I particularly dislike is the sound of, how to put it, obligatory clapping. If somebody's clapping because they really enjoy something, it has, at least for me, a very distinctive quality to it. But there are times when people clap politely and it doesn't sound right to me, and it makes my nose crinkle up like I'm smelling something bad when I hear that kind of polite, clap because we said clap kind of thing. And in my career, there is so much of that. There are so many ceremonies where, okay, now we're going to say this person's name. Everybody applaud. Everybody applauds. Now this next person. Everybody applaud. And everybody applauds. And it goes on like that. And then after they name everybody and everyone is clapped, sufficiently for every single name, then, now how about a round of applause for everybody? And everybody claps. And then on and on with no end of plot, basically. So I'm going to move on because I don't want to think about that anymore. Number 6. Do you prefer female or male whisperers? I'm not really sure. Most of my favorite whisperers are female, but there are a lot more female whisperers than male. So honestly, I don't know how much of that is a personal preference regarding gender and how much of that is simply statistics. I listen to more female ASMR artists because there are more of them out there to listen to. But when I think about it, yeah, my very favorite ASMR artists are female, so I guess I would say I prefer female whisperers. Number 7. Do you notice yourself since discovering ASMR tapping objects without consciously noticing? Well, if I have not consciously noticed it. But I do, however, notice it a lot in others where I didn't before. I don't think that everyone around me just started tapping on things after I got into ASMR. But once I did, I started noticing that at work. I would just become aware that somebody was tapping their fingernails on their desk or keys. I work with computers, and so people are always typing around me, and so this just ocean of click 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 of tapping on keys that I never really noticed or appreciated before. So that's nice. Number 8. Do you prefer soft-spoken voice, whispers, or do you have no preference at all? I prefer soft speaking. Whispers are nice. They can be nice. But, and I don't know why, but not every voice affects me the right way, whisper-wise. And I've tried making whisper videos of my own, and my own voice does not whisper the right way to me. Maybe it would for other people, but it doesn't work for me. Do you like, number 9, do you like binaural ASMR videos? Yes, I do. And, oh, I just remembered one of my other 4 favorite triggers. Number 3 of my 4 favorite triggers is the super close-up whispering around my head. And that gets into the binaural ASMR videos. There's something, I've always been fascinated by that kind of sound. When I was little, I used to lay on the floor of my living room and listen to, there was a song from Styx called Too Much Time on My Hands, and the beginning of the song, if you have speakers on either side of your head, or I suppose it would work with headphones too. I've never actually listened to it with headphones, come to think of it. But the sound moves back and forth very quickly from side to side, and it's beyond the tingles that I get just from the whispering, the super close whispering. Having it move like that from one side to the other does some amazing things to my brain. I love it. So, number 10. What's your favorite type of roleplay video? Oh, and that's number 4. My 4th favorite ASMR trigger is the roleplay videos. Very specifically, and this is to answer both questions, the kind of either fantasy or sci-fi type of role play, anything that simulates an experience that I cannot experience in the real world. I mean, I love the hairstyling videos, but that's something that I can do in real life, and it doesn't lessen the videos for me. However, the type of roleplay videos where they're describing something that is fantastical, it engages a part of my imagination that I really can only describe it as I get tingles, like phantom tingles in parts of my brain that aren't triggered in any other way. I have no idea if that makes any sense or if anyone else experiences anything like that. But maybe it has something to do with the fact that I've played Dungeons and Dragons for like my entire life. And I mean, it is very much a part of who I am. So maybe that's what that is. I don't know. Number 11. Do you like when someone brushes the camera or visually brushes the camera without the brush noise? I definitely like the brushing sound, and along with the personal attention, the brushing of the camera where the camera is supposed to be me is very engaging. There are different types of brushing sounds that I like more than others. I think my favorite are the makeup brushes, the very soft bristle kind of, just... That probably doesn't sound soft at all. I was running my fingers on the pop filter for that, but yeah, my fingers are not as soft as some of those makeup brushes. But that's a very long way of saying yes to that question. Number 12. Do you like the sound of gum chewing in ASMR videos? I do. That goes back to what I said earlier about the anti-ASMR. I can enjoy it in small doses. The sound of gum chewing, the sound of eating, a little goes a long way with me. And I cannot stand hearing somebody chewing gum in real life. Number 13. If you could meet your favorite ASM artist, what 5 words would you say to them? Well, I know what I would like to say if I ever met my favorite ASM artist. And it would be incredibly presumptuous, but I think my 5 words that I would like to be able to say to them would be, would you collaborate with me? Now, what I probably actually would say is something more along the lines of, you're awesome. And then they would just kind of look at me like I was growing antlers, and I would have to run away. Number 14. Have you ever experienced ASMR immunity? I have, and it was actually really almost traumatizing the first time it happened. I've been listening to ASMR videos for a little over a year, and before that, I was listening to this anger management hypnosis CD, which was not designed as an ASMR type of audio production, but very much was in all important respects. It was actually because I had listened to that CD so much, and not because I'm a terribly angry person, but because it was so very relaxing. I would listen to it all the time. I would listen to it, in the car on the way to work, and I would listen to it on my breaks, and I would listen to it to help me sleep. And when I finally wore the disc out so that it wouldn't play anymore, I went online to try to find another copy, and that's how I found the ASMR videos. Now, when I found them, it was amazing, and suddenly there was this cornucopia of wonderful, wonderful, tingly, relaxing, calming content out there. And when I started listening to it, I was still very much in that headspace of, listen to one thing over and over and over again. And so the first couple videos I found, I would just listen to them all the time, over and over and over again. And then I got immune. They stopped working. And it was such a sad feeling when that happened. But luckily for me, I found that if I kind of set them aside for a while and came back to them later, like a week or two later, the immunity would have gone away and they would give me that same sense of relaxation or the same tingles as before. I also notice, and I don't know if anyone else experiences this, but as I had said before, I love the close-up whispering in my ears. My left ear becomes immune to that whispering after a few minutes. My right ear will not. My right ear almost never becomes immune, but depending on the voice, depending on the volume, my left ear will just kind of tune it out after a while and it will stop tingling. So I don't know if that's just me or if anyone else feels anything like that. I would love to find out. So, number 15. Do you get tingles from people in real life? I used to, but as I said, I moved a few months ago, 2 months ago now, and I don't really know anybody now that I get tingles from in real life. None of the people I work with have very soothing voices, and the atmosphere I work in is rather loud. There's a lot of background noise at my job, so even if people did have a relaxing voice, everybody has to speak so loudly that no, I don't feel that anymore. But I have, and I trust that I could again. Number 16, final question. How has ASMR helped you? Well, I actually got into that already a little bit earlier, talking about the hypnosis CD, and I was in a really kind of lonely and closed off from the world place for quite a long time, actually. But I found the ASMR community, like I said, about a little over a year ago, and it did more than just calm me and give me tingles. It inspired me, and that might sound a little hokey, but it's true. I was an actor for years. That's what I went to college for. I was a writer for years, neither of them terribly successful, but they were things that I enjoyed. And for the last 4 to 6 years, I've felt less and less inspired in my life. And when I found this community and started listening to all of these wonderful whispers and soft speaking role plays from all of these different incredible and creative people, it inspired me, and I started writing again for the first time in years. I created my channel because I was so happy. And I know it seems silly with the way I speak in this low, monotone voice about I'm so happy and I'm so excited. But I am. It's all just, it takes place internally, and inside I am this frothing, bubbling fountain of joy. And I owe so much of that to the ASMR community. I'm incredibly thankful for all of you who make these videos. And while I am making my videos in part for myself, because I'm just really excited to be writing again, I am also doing it because if I can help anyone, even one person out there, feel the kind of inspiration that I felt when I discovered ASMR, then, oh, it's all worth it. So anyway, that is all about ASMR from me. And I would like to say thank you to asmrkitten for posting this tag video. It was a lot of fun.